Hey, Chris, I've done that before. Go ahead. We'll talk about this later.
Okay. Back titles with two different teams. He's got to get to the playoffs first with the Boston Ball Hogs. And there is free throws, one shot for either 2, 3, or 4. And the Bring the Fire challenge, unique to the Big 3. Players go one-on-one when a foul is challenged to decide if it counts and the basket stands. What are you watching for early, Scal? LA and Boston.
Yeah, I'm watching for two things with help at, and how effective is Dwight Howard going to be in this game?
Here's Crawford. Howard spots up for 3 and misses, but Murphy bats it out.
Look over there on the bench, Elijah Stewart. He's going to have to do something. 16, 18, 20 points. Or maybe it's Johnson. You can't rely on Jordan Crawford to do everything.
Howard with the stuff.
Inside. As the game progresses, they like to go to that pick and roll action.
And we're tied up at 2. Here's Simmons, who's been terrific all year long for Boston, and the ball is kicked out of bounds. Final game. They've got some other scenarios as well, but that's one of the main ones. Stevens will get a free throw for. This guy's been incredibly efficient all year long, leads the league in field goal percentage.
Yeah, I liked his game from the first time he came here. He was on the, like that European team, and I'm like, man, you just move differently, a player.
So for LA, Wesley Johnson with Jordan Crawford and Dwight Howard. Murphy the steal for Boston, tapped out, and last touch by LA.
Threes, they have so many guys that can contribute. This team is as balanced as any Big 3 team we've ever seen.
This guy, big reason. There's Simmons for a triple.
He's had one bad game all season.
3rd in the league in scoring, with over 19 per game. Crawford steamrolls inside and misses the rim. Howard is fouled, and he'll get a shot for 2. He's really turned things around. It took him a few weeks to get acclimated to the Big 3 style. And right on cue, that free throw's good.
Yeah, I think he's been a problem with Dwight Howard rolling down the middle.
Murphy the lob. Stevens missed it. Well defended by LA. For 4, Crawford. Simmons skips it out. Murphy drives on Howard, fires, gets the bounce.
That's a good sign for the ball hog.
Murphy the MVP a couple years ago with 3-headed monsters as Howard gets another
roll out. In the Big 3, if you get your 3rd foul, you go to the bench in the first half.
That's a really good-looking stroke right now from the foul.
Touch around the rim. We don't remember Dwight Howard being that type of player.
Murphy knows Stevens the big rebound, but misses on the putback. Here's the entry to Howard. Spins. A little too strong. Inside, Stevens on the cut. They did find
Stevens as well.
Howard down the lane and a chance at 3 for Dwight Howard.
Oh, look at these hands. How quick his hands are. Here he is on the roll. Good catch. Strong finish. Making shots, and not only that, but just making hustle plays.
They've won 3 of 4 last week, going against Detroit. Pocket pass, Murphy to Stevens, and September 6th, his presenters will be Dominique Wilkins, Robert Parrish, Patrick Ewing, and Dennis Rodman. That's what they do at the Hall of Fame. You have Hall of Famers who present you before your speech. He's going to get 4 guys up there on stage with him. Stewart will have a chance at a free throw.
Need somebody to contribute. Wesley Johnson, Elijah Stewart. They're going to need, because Jordan Crawford cannot just carry the entire team. He has to work so hard to get a bucket.
And Howard would some extra mustard on it.
Extra. He's lucky the ref stuck his hand out and got that ball, would have sailed into the stands.
Stevens into trouble, and well, Howard.
Yep. No, he moved that pivot foot.
Johnson slips it for Stevens. Steps out. Too much. Mentioned Crawford. 6 points last week. Over the top lob, and Howard with the separation, but wave it off.
Well, we don't have a lot of like true natural big men.
Yes. Here's Johnson, gets free. Jordan Crawford drives against Murphy and finishes with the left.
Yes. When he does go to the rim, we'll have to keep an eye on Jordan Crawford.
Swipe by Crawford, Howard inside, lays it in. Draw 11 lead for LA. And Boston's gone quiet in this rivalry game. Pull up from 2 is good for Dominic Johnson.
It's a long 2. To be aware that he could shoot off that screen.
Jordan Crawford shakes free. Batted around, the jump, the save, and off of Murphy. It stays.
Guy, but he can do it. Little small ball.
Crawford from 15, that's no good. And Simmons with 27 against LA and Boston back on July 13th. Chris Johnson, the back down, denied by Wesley Johnson, saved by Crawford, LA ball, Johnson, Stewart, and the shot clock.
Good sequence of action.
This is great Big 3 basketball.
Yeah, so right there the shot clock would reset back to 14 once possession, but it didn't, and they forgot about it, and that's going to be tough because the Riots, they would have got a free throw out of that win situation. And that was a tough break. I mean, you're going to the free throw line, Elijah Stewart. Basketball is an emotional game.
Away presented by Bevel Scale.
Yeah, this is a great play by Kevin Murphy. Getting downhill, getting contact, and then drifting away and knocking down the shot.
Wesley Johnson will get a free throw for 2. Dominic Johnson. And this is really something you talked about all year long. You alluded to it earlier in this game, is that other guy, maybe that third guy.
40 points. So whoever that guy is, and it could be, all these guys are obviously capable of doing it. Someone has to deliver.
Jonathan Simmons ducks in.
Some of the bigger guys in this league, so he just has to work so hard to get a shot off. And this is the guy I think it could be. Elijah Stewart. He can be off the bounce, he can get to the rim, and he can shoot the 3.
He had 12 last week. Dominic Johnson explodes for 2.
Dominic Johnson in the pick and roll. People don't tend to go, or they overreact to that shot, and he could turn the corner. Just watch the defense. Don't look at Dominic Johnson. Watch the defense. You see the half, but you got to make your free throws.
Yeah, Mike Taylor obliges. This guy looks so happy to be playing in LA after playing with DMV Trilogy and their struggles early in the year.
Yeah, I didn't know he was going to play. He got a hoodie sweatshirt on underneath his jersey. I just was wondering if he was feeling under the weather. But he clearly does not.
Chris Johnson, no, and Stewart, yes. You got to be so careful.
Tend to do a little bit better in the Big 3.
LA 20, Boston 17. Simmons chased off the line, throws it up, never tipped in. That was a shot that Simmons probably
aimed perfectly.
Murphy, the do-everything guy now in his career. Right to the basket against Taylor.
And it's 8 points. This is a must-win situation, and must-win situations are usually the best players.
Here's Stewart with the push shot.
Support, get a chance just to feel the atmosphere. I always watch it, I always support all these guys that I had a chance to play against in the league. So to come out here and kind of support is real cool.
Gerard, what do you think about the Big 3? This is probably the most
continue to grow. It's a special thing to, be able to come out here and see these legends play. And guys that didn't get a chance to play much long in the league to come out here to still do what they love to do. So it's definitely cool to...
Back to you guys.
Way future, but he's only a seat away from Cube. I'm sure the recruiting mission's already started for
100%. But, you know, DeMar DeRozan is going to be playing at the YMCA, the Big 3. He's going to be doing it. He's a hooper. He's the kind of guy that's always going to be doing it.
Last, when he left Toronto, didn't win a title. Kyle Lowry did, as Howard slams it down. But he's overcome a good basketball citizen, and great to have him courtside here today at the Big 3.
Yeah, and he's a baller. But he could flat out go get you a bucket.
Yep.
And man, when he was in pre-game, we'd be like, oh man, when is DeMar DeRozan going to start going off? So, bona fide bucket.
When he was up there, North.
No question.
Wasn't it?
No
For
question.
anybody.
Him, EP, going to be bringing the fire.
It's brought to you by Red Lobster. Backdrop for this final week of the season. Simmons pulls up, hits it.
Tons of space on the jab pull-up.
Solitude. Gary Payton, his team. A win will go a long way. Need some help, but Murphy airballs that. Tap to Crawford, and just like that, you're giving away 2 points.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Murphy didn't drive to the left. He's so good at going left, and he had the left slot. Decided to go with a pull-up. The air ball forced. Easy bucket for LA.
You have Simmons with Stevens and Murphy for the Ball Hogs. Kevin Murphy ducks around Crawford, and this time banks it in.
Yeah, he didn't settle this time. Took that
Go. Here's Crawford weaving inside, weaving outside. Howard, no. Yeah, we got a tie-up between Simmons and Crawford lingering in the 4-point circle. Dancing to the corner, fires the three, in and out. This time by Howard. Simmons. Fades and hits.
not an easy shot. Elijah Stewart had good.
Talking about Boston this year, Scal. They lead the league in 2-point percentage, in 3-point percentage, and Howard offers dunk percentage, but right now
Move it.
And now it's Murphy for 3. That's good.
Big shot. And that's a big psychological.
11 points for Murphy, the former MVP. Crawford slithers. Left open. Now Murphy now with 11 for the Ball Hogs. Nice spin by Stewart. And he gets it back. Howard kick to Crawford, fires the 3, nails it.
Huge play. You miss a layup, LA clear.
Point. Simmons with the answer.
Good call by you. That's exactly what it is. You're going to have to answer punch for punch here.
This is LA Boston as we like it. The Detroit native Crawford. Wow, back and forth we go. 6 points Crawford. 4-point shot for Simmons, and that won't go. Crawford lanes open, scoop, no. Murphy, for a moment, and Howard on the island. Fires the 3, knocks it down.
And you see the way into that shooting pocket. The former MVP, Kevin Murphy, might be back.
Out for Crawford. 3-pointer. Both teams will try and settle here. Simmons, bodies into Stewart. And a foul on Stewart will send Simmons expected on Big Brother tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday.
Situation.
You have Simmons against Stewart. Simmons ducks in denied. How about Stewart with the swat?
Not only did he stay down on the pump fake that stepped through.
And now fires, and that one's no good, but Howard, a loose ball foul, and he's getting frustrated with the whistle.
Boy, it's just
Boston lead.
a huge possession for LA.
Airborne. Simmons the tap. Stevens the kick. hesitant by Stevens, and there's Howard reaching in.
We have another shot clock situation. Shot clock turned off.
Fans, how about Beasley, 30, and Stevenson with 16, a combined 46. Simmons, no. Howard, little push, gets the rebound. Over the top, there it is, and Howard with the finish.
That's Dwight Howard in deep post with the top of you.
All right, Sky, you've got Simmons, Murphy decked by Crawford off the ball, and the foul's called. And you have Deshaun Stevens as well for the ball.
Will Gary Payton go with Dominic Johnson, the hero of the last 2 games?
Here's Stevens over Howard and misses.
Another good rebound by Dwight Howard.
38-35, Boston with the lead. Stewart winds.
Oh, what a
Big rebound. Came flying out of nowhere. Jonathan Simmons for 2. There's another one, and he puts it back in.
Hey, you guys already ditched Chris Haynes?
Yeah, we ditched Chris already. He's in a trade. He's on the bubble. He's on the bubble. We're still talking about it in front office.
He's on the bubble, in the bubble.
Gotcha.
Hey, Anthony, I've got a question for you. Is Crawford a nice take to the rim? All right. Or in hang time?
First off, I just want to let you know we played regulation court in hang time. All right? It may not have been as long, but it was just as wide. All right?
Chris just having a front row seat with those two. What a day. Here's Simmons for the free throw, and he cans it. So Scal right now, 42-30, play a perfect close to this game right now.
Yeah. It's not a game you want to try to win by 4 when you're playing against Boston, but this guy right here has the chance to do it. Like I said, a hero of last 2 weeks, not just the shots that he made, but just the hustle plays, you know, the game-winning shots. Dominic Johnson is a guy that his shooting ability is so good in this league.
Here's Simmons against Taylor. Drop step, shot, does not get the bounce. But another rebound for the ball Hogs offensively. Dominic Johnson against Johnson. Wesley, that is, drives the lane. With English, she scores.
Good.
Crawford with 6 to shoot. Off the mark, flying rebound, Wesley Johnson.
Those are those things you can do, the contributions you can make.
They'd also get in with the Detroit loss. Here's Simmons.
Really
Behind the back. Over Taylor. Yeah, rebound to Deshaun Stevens. Dominic Johnson draws 2, fakes him out. Down low, Stevens with the stop.
That's back to Dominic Johnson to get Stevens the dunk.
Mike Taylor. Off the dribble, no. It's point game for the ball Hogs. LA needs to win and win by 4 for a spot in the playoffs. A chance at it next week. Running out of time and points. But it's given up, and Stewart is fouled. Then they held up for 1. Listen, it's a shot for 1 point.
Okay, so you can bring the fire if he missed. Can't bring the fire on me.
If Stevens gets a stop, wave off the basket. Step back, and he's fouled, so Stewart gets the points.
Yeah, gets the points. Really good job by Elijah Stewart creating space. And watch when Stevens closes out, hits him right there on the elbow.
46-43, ball Hogs by 3. Here's Simmons, steps, wanted a foul. They won't get it.
I mean, right now, LA would have to, for LA to make it to the playoffs, they got to score 7 straight points.
Timeout, Gary Payton. A 3-point game. 46-43. in Inglewood, California.
Creating luxurious fragrances comes from fine ingredients distilled into a single scent that is now exclusively available everywhere, including the Laundry aisle at your local store. Unstoppable's unlimited collection makes everything smell
Magnifique. Does smell magnifique.
luxurious laundry scent beads for all-day fragrance so you can smell unstoppable.
Oh, look at the crowd this final week of the regular season at Intuit Dome in Inglewood. And the big story, Scal, the playoff situation in the Big Three. Here are the scenarios. If Boston loses by more than 4, they're eliminated. If LA can somehow get stops and score in a flurry and win by 4 or more, and Detroit loses, they have a shot to get in to the playoffs next week. Here's Crawford going to work. Howard is fouled by Stevens, so he'll get a shot for 2.
That was a killer screen by Dwight Howard at the top. Right now, no team is really in danger of being in a penalty. 4 fouls for the Ball Hogs, 3 fouls for the LA Riot. This game was officiated pretty cleanly. Oh, that's a big miss.
Way short. A 4-pointer wins it. Simmons for 2, and out of the line for a 2-point shot. And the 4th foul on the LA Riot this half.
They called a shooting foul or not?
They did.
They did.
And Nick Young's already brought the fire this half.
This will seal the deal. Then we'll just be talking about the Ball Hogs, and they'll have a chance. It's still open.
There's Crawford. Fade away for 2. That's good. It's a 1-point game.
Still available.
If they can close the last 5 points,
and they stay alive,
they're in that spot. Dominic Johnson. It's still point game for the Ball Hogs. Tries it. Denied, but Stevens on the cleanup, and that essentially knocks out LA.
Yeah, that's a huge play, again, by Dominic Johnson. Just the ability to turn the corner, all of a sudden causes 2 guys to go, opened up the offensive rebounds for Stevens.
Yeah, timeout here. You know, listen, mathematically, if they get a 3, get a stop, get a 4, like, they could do it, but it's going to take near perfection for LA to win by 4 or more points right now.
I'm sure that Swaggy P is communicating that with them.
To your point all game long, Crawford with 14 points this half has looked like a different guy.
Yeah, so the deal with the Riot, they happen to be the team that played the Ball Hogs twice this year. And it's just not a great...
There we go. It's Crawford at the circle. This a 4. Way off, but Stewart the rebound.
Ball didn't hit the rim, so no reset.
In and out. Johnson the rebound. And now Boston can end it with a 2. Simmons stripped by Crawford. Here's Johnson. Only needed 2. Contested 3. Off the mark. Stevens, the save to Howard. And it's knocked away. Was it a foul or out?
For the offensive rebound, and he didn't really have possession, but that throwback allowed Dwight Howard not to have to clear it.
In and out, rebound Simmons. They double him. Dominic Johnson for Stevens. Simmons, the ball fake is hacked. Clear as day.
It was a foul, but are they going to give him a shooting foul?
I think so.
Yes, they are. Let's take a look. Pass fake. Yeah, I mean, it definitely is a shooting foul. This be
Jonathan Simmons for the win for the Ball Hogs. No! It's Crawford, monster screen. Stewart, the save. That's a dangerous spot, but it's gone back to LA here, off the deflection.
Bomb of 4.
Here's Howard for Crawford to the circle. No, he drives it. Howard, big stuff.
I think that's what Nick, a lot of pressure on the Ball Hogs here.
They can still win now. Simmons to the rim. He's fouled. But he's peak candidate Simmons for the win. Oh, again.
They should go for 2. They should go for 2.
This for 3. No.
3's not going to help them.
It's going to hurt them. Stewart inside for 2. He scores. It worked out.
And a 3 or a 4.
Into a dome. The wall is rocking. Johnson against Howard. Step back for 3. No. Did Crawford touch it? Stewart.
He doesn't know.
Tries for 2. Dragged down by Johnson.
I'm not sure that a 3 and a 4 is what they need.
Here we go. Crawford is lingering at the 4-point circle. Weaving, big screen, 3-pointer. Knocks it down! LA's done it! Going crazy and into it.
But LA figured it out. Here's the play. He stakes the dribble. He pulls up, knowing that they